And it is hello? I think it is constituted by far more members than UAAU in terms of outlook. Yesterday I said I can talk because I'm a teacher. I've been in Makerere University, I think, since 1990. I'm not supposed to ask you a question. You are not supposed to ask. But some of the questions which came to me after I had finished presenting. What is an urban area? And yet I believe you are urban leaders. What is an urban area? An urban area should be that area where the majority of the people are not practicing anything that is agriculture. The largest percentage of the population is not practicing anything to do with agriculture, if we go by, international definition. Remember, Uganda Zabu, is that what you say? So there are quite so many things that we do in Uganda which oppose the norm. I think I will stop it at that. Commercial, industrial, recreational, services, utilities. That's an urban area. That's why I emphasized yesterday that if you are a mayor or a town clerk and the largest percentage of your population are still involved in agriculture, you are supposed to be working so hard to upgrade those people from agriculture into what we call urban activities. I can stop it there. Yes? I hope you understand that. Remember, now the ministers are not here, not so. So I can talk things which are slightly not all that very political. But remember, there is a possibility of another government coming into power and downgrade your town. It never happened anyway. There is a possibility of another government coming into power, even if it was Mhozi, he wouldn't do things like the father. Coming into power and he downgrades your town because it's still rural. So protect those positions by upgrading your towns from rural towns into urban towns. See how it's looking. That's beautiful. Another one. Mr. Mavara has given more information regarding urban expansion planning. In case you are interested to be part and parcel of this team, we already have Aroa, they have finished their plan. We have Guru, they finished their plan. We have Male, they finished their plan. We have Ginger, they finished their plan. We have Koboko, they finished their plan. And the idea is that these plans are supposed to be produced internally without paying any money to consultants. Makerere University is ready to help, the ministry is ready to help, Cities Alliance is ready to help. Produce the plans internally, support the technical staff within your councils. Get in touch with me, get in touch with Mr. Mavara. We shall see how to, because we want to roll these things out further. So related to that, a question that came up is, remember the key aspect of these plans are roads. Because roads are a key engine of development in our urban areas. They can attract, they can change an area in just a matter of a year. Mavara has talked about how those roads are supposed to be. But the question that is disturbing quite a number of you is compensation. How do we acquire this land? Whatever. I want to emphasize here and now, I don't see any government coming in this country anymore to say that land does not belong to the people. I don't think there is any MP who will change that. So we must be ready to work within that framework that land belongs to the people. But in a scenario where the land is yours, but you are not free to use it the way you want. The problem us, the leaders, the politicians, the town clerks, the technical people, we are the ones allowing the leaders to use the land the way you want, but you are empowered to ensure that people do not use the land the way they want as much as the land is what? Theirs. This is not the country where land belongs to the people. In the US, land belongs to the people, but they are organized. In most of the developed countries, land belongs to the people, but they are what? They are organized. So as I said yesterday, let us take the bull by the horn and protect the plans we have prepared. You have paid 500 million for making a plan, but you don't want to enforce it. So why did you pay that amount of money? Why? And then you keep saying planning is expensive, planning is expensive, planning is expensive. We are the ones who are even making it expensive because we are allowing a lot of illegal developments. It's possible to acquire land. You need to learn, be proactive. Anyone from Bonda here, Bonda Town Council. Bonda Town Council somewhere, I think in my UK district. We went there with the Makerere University students, but we found the council was already acquiring right of way of roads freely by talking to the communities. And they acquired the right of way, 15 meter, 10 meter, 20 meter roads without paying any single coins. The communities need to know the value of the road. In your sensitization meetings, the value of a road. The value of the road is the one which will help you acquire that land freely. Another trick, I know you use it. The moment the communities have given you the right of way, make sure you take that right of way right away. The moment you're going into a meeting, they give you the right of way. They say, we have given you from here to here. It is a road. Open it. Even if you don't have money, pass a tractor once. Don't make the road. Pass the tractor once. Quite a number of us have different plants that we use to demarcate boundaries. Yes? Natural plants in different parts of the country. Plant those plants along the road that the community has what? Given to you. They are ready to protect that road more than what? More than you. He has used it, and other people have what? Used it. Secretary General, I think somewhere in Uganda, which town is that? Gwanyamahembe. Anybody from Gwanyamahembe here? Gwanyamahembe, yes. You are doing it. Ask him, how are they acquiring the right of way? How? So, we need to be proactive. Some of us who have not, I worked in central government, I have not worked in local government, but we hear stories, we know what goes on, we do research. It's possible. It's possible. This now reminds me about the last one, President. And the last one, maybe is not for town clerks. Because you town clerks, you don't belong to these towns. You are transferred in the time. But for you mayors who belong to this town, my question would be, what type of town do you want for your grandchildren? Museveni is interested in handing over power to his son. You are the mayor. What type of town do you want to hand over to your son? I can use also that language to simplify it. And I said yesterday, the chief planners of a town is you, the mayor, and the town clerk. So, what type of town do you want in the next 30, 40, 50 years from now? That's what we are looking at. Not the one of 5-year plans, 10-year plans. No. Does that make sense? Yes. 30 years from now, whether you are there as a mayor or not. And whenever I've been, when we talk about 30 years president, people look at it as if it is what? A long time. How many years has the president been leading this country? 40 years. He planned for it when he was in secondary school. And we want to remove him. But he planned for what? He planned for it. Let's plan for what? Our towns for the next 30, 40, 50 years. All these other countries we envy. Welcome by what in English? All these countries we admire. Japan, China, their plans are 100 years. 100-year plans. So let us look very far. Even as UAAU is concerned. UAAU, David, of the next 30 years, next 40 years, next 50 years. Then we shall be able to change this country for the better. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That's not the case of finance, speakers, in your various capacities. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to first of all welcome all of you officially and thank you so much for sticking together and fulfilling our resolution of what we agreed in Kasese, that our ages will be for 2 days, in Kisoro, that our ages will be for 2 days. Which means that resolution of the council at that time, of the ATA, has been fulfilled. And I want to thank you for this commitment. Even yesterday, those of you who remained behind, those of us who had to go because of many other issues, the Minister of Local Government himself also commended us for sticking around up to evening. He appreciated all of us because of our commitment. And remember, this must be the culture now. The culture must be, we come here for this meeting and we really make sure there's value for us. And I want to believe your coming today has added value in one way or another in your council. The concept of the inspiration speakers is going to continue for as long as we are going to have AGMs. We are going to get more and more of these speakers to come and speak to us. We learn from them. We see how we can determine the futures of our councils. I spoke yesterday already. I don't want to really take much of my time, but just to request you and emphasize that as the UAAU, I can guarantee you and assure you, we have taken off. We have taken off, I can assure you that. And we are moving on well. We are visible. And I want to thank you for the change of the logo. Everybody is looking for our logo now. If you go to all the ministries in this country, we have our calendars there. And we are also going to be very deliberate. We shall also give calendars to all the ministries to be able to put in the office of the PS and the minister. PS and the ministers. It's one way. And even our development partners. So UA is all over. And I therefore want to request, this calendar that we have given you, let them be in the office for visibility. Don't take them home. You take them home maybe 2026, that's for your souvenir. But between 2025 to 2026, let them be in the office because it's a sign, it's a symbol that you're a member of what? UAA. And please, these t-shirts that were made also, we want to trade on visibility. We want to be visible. And feel proud to talk about UAA. Let it not only be done by the president or the exco. All of us must advocate in one way or another. All of us must lobby. When a minister, a PA, some of you have the vice president from those coming from where the prime minister is, please, when the prime minister is there, you go there and talk about UAA. let us have collective responsibility to lobby and advocate for UAAU. All the lobby tools are here. This document is enough for you to speak like the president. You talk to people. If you're seeing a minister coming in your place, never, don't be selfish to talk about the welfare. If you talk about salaries, all of us get salaries. So I want to request, let's be a family in as far as lobby and advocate for the welfare of UAAU is concerned. We're not doing it for ourselves, we're doing it for the future leaders who are going to come after us. Are we together? So I want to request, please let the lobby be for all of us, not only me. And I'll be very happy. And in this case, there's no leadership here. I'm only giving a direction. But I want you to join me in making sure that this, and that's really my main point. But otherwise, yesterday after the meeting here, I really had a one-on-one with the minister, the two ministers. We had a very nice moment with them. And I can assure you, everything is going to be okay. But they are emphasizing on the four issues. The issue of the transport is number one. The issue of salaries, the issue of road fund, and the issue of returning our monies back to us. Those are the four issues that they say for now we should take. And they've advised me, even if I come before the president, I must emphasize on these four issues. So remember, this government works phase by phase. We need to go by that, and that's the strategy. So we should also go phase by phase. So I would like to request that you be patient with me, support us. Members, if you support me like yesterday, I tell you, it's a very good sign. This NM government is about noise and numbers, you know that. It's about what? Noise and numbers. So members, whenever I speak from today onwards, if you're not been clapping there, you start clapping from here. Even if you post, clapping is a mandatory invitation. Please, you're invited to come for your but you must clap when the president is talking. Secretary, that must be note. When the president is talking, after paying your subscription, after paying your participation fee, when the president is talking, you must clap generously in the name of Jesus Christ. But yesterday, everybody arrives, we are very joyous. So how can you be annoyed? Never. You will never get anything when you are annoyed. You must be sweet. You must be nice to get it. If you are angry, you can't. You can't. Let us be politically romantic. Some people are not romantic. Jump like that if you're removing a tire. Go slow. And that's what I'm handling. So please, you support me. The only support I need is you give me the moral when they come. I tell the rest I'll run it. I ran it. So yesterday was a very good, it's one of the best moments for me to talk to you, and you give me the courage, and everybody knows that we're a force, we're a number, and we need to be together as a family. We will succeed in this. If I don't do it this time, when I come next time, I'll also do the same. Because I have a plan, I know it before. Who's laughing? You're laughing because of what I do know because of what I say. You laugh because I know I'm black, but you laugh because of what I say. Don't laugh because of what I know I do. So anyway, so with all this I want to end here, but I want to request that we don't waste much time in the documents because we gave you from day one. I want to believe that you read them and you're simply going to identify areas of correction and we'll take them. But I want to be very, very clear so that when we go with something that's very critical. I want to end here and I wish you a very good deliberation when I discuss the issue here for God and my country.
I'm most assuming that we've gone through them, and I will briefly go through the documents here. Protocol observed. I'm saying, Mr. President, I have the pleasure and the honor to present estimates of revenue and expenditure and work plan for UAAU for the financial year 24-25. However, before I present these details, permit me to first give a highlights of the previous 23-24 financial year, focusing on budget performance, achievements, challenges encountered during the financial year. The outlay is one. I will give an overview of financial performance for 23-24, then achievements, the same financial year, challenges, and then I'll present a budget
for 24-25. Of course, projections. I also present a work plan. Members, there is a link between the work plan and the budget. And when you look at the audit report that will come, the three are linked. And that's why I recognize the treasurer. You must be very keen. You are the advisors, so that you make a follow-up. I mean, you follow the three documents. That should be talking. So take note of that and advise the accounting officers accordingly. So I start with the overview of performance 23-24. That we had an opening balance of 4,478,000. I want to appreciate colleagues. Remember when we were in Koboko, there was an omission, and I think we rectified. That's why you see the opening balance reflected here. We had subscriptions, 449 million. Areas from subscriptions. The budget is the budget 498 million. Logistics at AGA 50 million. Study tours 149.6 million. Logistics during other meetings at regional 55 million. Bank interest 300,000. Donors grants 1.1 billion, totaling to 2.327 billion. And then out of that by the end of the financial year, we realized 1.527 billion, and this constituted 65.65%. And that is breakdown below is the categories of what we received. The balance, as mentioned, was 4.478. Subscription, out of the 449, we got 100 million. Areas from subscription, which was 15 million. AGA logistics, 32.6 million. Bank interest, we budgeted for 300, we got 1.18 million. Study tour balance, 17.2. Logistics, other meetings, 19.8, and then grants, 1.336, amounting to 1.527 billion. Mr. President, I give the details of each contribution of the revenue categories I've mentioned. The opening balance which was there performed 100%. Member subscription, 22.23%. Areas from subscription, only 3%. Logistics for AGA, 65.34%. Bank interest, we had 385.39%. We got more than we had planned. Study tours, 11.5%. Logistics during regional meetings and others, 36%. And then the donors, 119.36%. The general performance was 65.6%. Expenditure for the same financial year, that out of the 1.5 we collected, we were able to spend 1,108 million, and we had a closing balance of 418.6 million, and then also broken down in the table too. At administration, we spent 89.05%, EXCOM 32.95%, study tours 3.4%. This was a refund, some local government that have paid. Regional meetings 87.48%, AG expenses 68.27%. General expense performance was 47.64%. Colleagues, achievements during the financial year. One is improved revenue performance. I think, was it Ruwero that was given as an example? Ruwero yesterday. Is it Ruwero? Yeah. Two, we conducted the AGA successfully. Three, improved our financial reporting. Four, retooling, received some computers. 5, website development. 6, we had regional meetings. 7, meeting of Committee of Parliament. 8. Negotiations with the central government ministries. 9. Training city and municipal development forums. 10. Evaluation of city and municipal development forums. 11. Training in urban expansion program. 12. Formation of professionals network. 13. Attending international workshops and seminars. 14. Participation in formulation and adopting of own source revenue strategy. 15. Receiving an award from UCB. 17. Formulation of the Market Act regulations. I'm also adding the 16 that we have been able to number our AGS, the 50th Annual Assembly, that was done planned for the last financial year. Challenges encountered, Mr. President and colleagues present, that we had some challenges in financial year 23-24. One, study tour that we received a poor response, much as the President had communicated, and eventually it was cancelled. 2, member subscription, the payment has not been so well, and we could not meet the expected results. 3, spending pressures. Of course, when the money is not there, you have a number of issues to solve, you cannot solve them. Then 4, presidential pledge. Colleagues, the 500 million we provide through the President, our President. We've not yet reached there, but the process is still on. Then the last one is the resignation of the accountant of the UAAU from Hendo Simon, who resigned, and the executive is in the process of recruiting another accountant. Mr. President, I've listed a number of recommendations. 1, enhancing revenue from subscription. We need to do that. The Honorable Minister talked about it yesterday, and I think we need to really do something about it. Continuous follow-up on presidential pledge, which we are doing. Writing project proposals, this is undergoing. Conducting an urban expo, this is in plan. Collective lobbying and advocacy. Mr. President and members present, I want to turn the budget estimates and work plan for 24-25. That during the year 24-25, we anticipate collect 1.79 billion. Of course, expenditure being the same figure to balance, and we anticipate to get revenue from the foreign sources. 1, subscriptions 449.8 million, areas 132.9 million, regional meetings participation 30 million, participation at AGA 54 million, urban expo revenue 80 million, bank interest 500,000, donors 625 million, the balance brought forward 118.6 million, totaling 1.79. And table 3 gives the revenue contribution per category, that out of the budget of 1.7, the open balance is contributing 23.35%. Members subscription 25.12%. Areas 7.42%. Regional meetings logistics 1.67%. Annual General Assembly logistics 3.01%. Urban Expo 4.47%. Bank interest 0.03%. Donors or grants 34.9%. Mr. President, the expenditure has also given a table into programs or departments. The Club Administration taking a share of 29.16%, Executive Committee 8.35%, Study Tour 0.28%, Regional Meetings 3.91%, Urban Expo 3.35%, Annual General Assembly 3.02%, Capital Budget 1.9%. 3%. Mr. President and delegates present, the next one is the work plan, which has been annexed to this document. And we are saying that having presented the work plan I'm presenting is intended to guide the implementation of the budget for the financial year 24-25. Like I said, that the work plan must be talking the budget. And when you look at the work plan, you will get the activities, you will get the inputs, and then the outputs. Now, the inputs are the ones that are being reflected in our budget as expenditure lines. When you go through, you'll find that the inputs are directly in the budget. That's the link that we have. So, next, we have the budget details. We have the code, we have the description, we have the actual for 22-23, we have budget 23-24, actual 23-24, budget 24-25, and then the projections for 25-26. It has both the revenue and then expenditure, but most importantly, the capital budget element. The next one is work plan as annexed. Like I said, it has the activities, it has the inputs, the outputs, and then the figures and the time frame. And then it is present that this budget has been prepared on assumptions. That one, it is assumed that all the revenue that has been projected will be collected 100%. That means that the subscriptions from members will be paid promptly to allow us to implement the planned activities. 2, that at least 75% of the areas will be paid. 3, there will be continued support from our open partners and the Ministry of Local Government. But the reform that we see from local government, we expect that continued support to allow us to move. Mr. President and colleagues, I conclude. Mr. President, having presented the details of the budget performance for the previous year 23-24 and the revenue and expenditure for 24-25 and the work plan, I hereby beg to move that this work plan and budget for 24-25 be received, discussed, and approved. For God and my country, CPA, Abarisha.
Thank you.